everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm here for my 2k supporters Q&A. So a little while ago, maybe about a week from now, I actually reached 2,000 supporters on this channel, which is absolutely crazy. So thank you everybody who's been helping me to reach this goal. In just 4 months we've went from 1k to 2k and it's absolutely crazy. I never would even thought we would reach 1k. So thank you everybody for your continued support. So today I decided to go ahead and do this Q&A as something a little bit different to celebrate the occasion. So a few videos ago I asked you to submit some questions for me to go ahead and answer in today's video, and I did get a few, so I might not be able to go through every single one of them, and some of them were repeated questions as well, as like some people asked the same question. So I got asked them on the comment section of that video and also on the Sims Amino app, so I've went ahead and collected them and we're going to go ahead and answer them in today's video. So let's go ahead and jump into the first question. So the first couple of questions today comes from the Sims Amino app, and this first couple of questions here is from Nerdy Potato Twin, and they ask, what's your favourite Sims game? I'm going to have to say The Sims 4. It's the one I've been playing for the longest. The Sims 3 was the only other one I've played, but I haven't really been playing that for that long. I got it back in 2010, but then I didn't really get into it until like 2015, and then throughout those years I kind of just went on and off it, and that's something that kind of surprises a few people, is that I haven't been like a Sims fan for that long actually. But yeah, so Sims 4 will be my favourite game. I have all the packs for it and I pretty much play it every single day. What's my favourite animal? I don't have any animals, but I'll probably say a dog. If I was going to get one, either a dog or a cat, like as a pet, then I'll probably have to say dog. And the other question is, what's your favourite world in The Sims 4? Now, I'm kind of stuck between Willow Creek and Samashino. Now, Willow Creek is just a nice place. It's very peaceful and suburban, which is kind of fits my, like the families I play kind of fit in that kind of style of world. But City Living is also a really nice one. It's very diverse and has lots of things to do in it. But if I really have to pick one, I'm probably going to say City Living, because I mean, I have my City Living LP, which I do play, you know, quite a lot. So I'll probably go with that one. The next question comes from Bear 101, and they ask, what is your favourite stuff pack from The Sims 4? Now, there is quite a few now. I'm trying to think the ones that I use the most. It's probably going to be, let's see, probably Vintage Glamour. It doesn't really fit. When the pack first came around, it was a really nice idea. It's kind of a little bit different from what we've had before, but that kind of older style is not really something I'm interested in. But once I got playing it, I kind of realised that it's a really nice pack, and the style kind of goes with a lot of different things, which I've noticed a lot with some other packs. So I'll probably say Vintage Glamour, because I probably use that the most. Some other good ones, I mean, probably Cool Kitchen stuff. I do use the counters and stuff on there quite a lot as well. So the next few questions today comes from Sinful Life, and their first question is, what tips do you have for new YouTubers or people thinking of starting a channel? I always have 2 tips which I always give to everybody who asks me this question. And the first one would be consistency. Now, I upload 5 times a week, which, you know, for some people would be pretty stressful to stick to, which is totally understandable. But making sure that you're uploading at least once or twice this week is really, really important if you want to grow your channel, because, you know, seeing new content is what your audience wants, and it's what people are going to find your channel with. Being original, doing, you know, the most high quality content you can make is probably the best thing. And that kind of leads on to my second point, which is, you know, people always worry about making sure they have the highest quality settings, the best computer, the best recording software, the best editing, and that really isn't necessary. The most important thing that you do when you're starting off is making the most high quality content you can possibly make, which I just mentioned before, and then things like, you know, paying for recorders and editors are things that could come later. Once your channel's starting to grow a little bit, then that might be a good decision to go ahead then invest in things, if that makes sense. So a really good free recorder to start off with is OBS. It's free, it works really well, it's high quality, and I really recommend that one. And even when I started doing Sims videos, I actually used the in-game recorder on The Sims 4, because before Thomas TV I had another channel, but it wasn't for Sims videos, so I didn't have any kind of experience with gaming before then and with screen recorders, so I just went ahead and used the in-game recorder because it's all I had, and it's something that I understood how to use, so I just went ahead and used that. And then you work your way up and getting more experience with things, and that's kind of my reasoning behind that. Now the next question question is, will you do a giveaway? And hopefully I will do soon. I'm going to have to try and work out the right way to do it, because I know with this Origin gifting system, there's something wrong with like the countries or something. I don't really know what's happened there. I know there's something that people get kind of frustrated with. So I have to look into that a bit more before I start doing giveaways. But I'm trying to think of a good kind of time to do it. I kind of want to do it on a good milestone, maybe like at 5k or something, or maybe on my birthday or Christmas, and I think that'd be a good time to do it. The next thing they ask is, what do you really want to have in The Sims 4? Of course, seasons would be an amazing thing, especially for me. Pets is something that everybody wants and everybody's talking about at the minute, and if I get that, that's great. It's not on my top of my wish list, but even I always like, for the simplest stuff, like if I get that, I'm always so excited for any Sims releases, any Sims news. I just give me it. But something I really want is kind of like celebrities or being able to be famous. I think that'd be really great, especially to kind of incorporate with city living, because kind of like having a storyline of your Sim finding their fame in the big city of San Myshuno, I think it'd be a really nice idea to kind of add that to the pack. I mean, not add to the pack, but you can kind of make a storyline by having celebrities and using city living as well, which is actually the main storyline that my sim from my main sim in my city living LP has. So I think having something like, you know, celebrities or something, which I believe we got in The Sims 3 Late Night, I think would be a really great thing to have. The next question is Max's Match or Alpha. I'm gonna have to say Max's Match. I used to use Alpha all the time. I went off it, kind of went into Max's Match fully, and then couldn't stick to it at all, and I fell back into Alpha. But now I'm back on Max's Match, and I have been for a little while. But I do use some Alpha things, like those eyelashes, and I can't remember, it's by that, I think it's by a Japanese person, I can't pronounce the name, begins with a K. Everybody uses those. You know, there's a few odd items that I like in terms of Alpha which I use, but the majority of the time it is Max's Match, especially hairstyles. When it comes to clothing, I'm not as bothered if it's Max's Match or Alpha. And the next question is favourite dog breed. I really like pugs or French bulldogs, like either between those two. I can't really decide. I'd rather have both of them. Okay, so now we're going to move on to comments from YouTube, and this first one comes from Clixel Pixels. I hope I pronounced that name right. And they ask, what is your favourite TV show? I'm kind of in the minute. I've just finished watching season 5 of Orange is the New Black on Netflix. I've loved that series for such a long time, and I kind of made the bad mistake of binge watching it, which is a really, I always try when a new series comes out like that, kind of like that, of a, you know, something where we'll get a bunch of episodes and have to wait like such a long time for another series. I always try to like space it out to like one episode a week, so it lasts me quite a long time. But with season 5, I just couldn't, and I kind of splurged a little bit. So I kind of regret doing that a little bit. But you know, Orange is the New Black is a really nice one, and I've loved that for such a long time. The next question comes from a good supporter of my channel, Tyran, and they ask, are you planning on ever doing a live stream? So I have been thinking about it. I was actually going to do one for this 2K Q&A and do it as a live stream. But I do have exams coming up. I'm actually recording this on the 17th, which is a Saturday. I don't know if this is going up today or the 18th. But on the 19th, which is Monday, I do have my first exam. So I've been working really hard on those, so I wouldn't have time to do a live stream. So yeah, I'm kind of a little bit, you know, stuck on when I'm going to do it. I think in the summertime I'd love to do one, probably on YouTube. Maybe if I get into Twitch streaming, then maybe there, but I wouldn't want to do an one-off stream because all my audience is on YouTube, so I think that'd be a bad idea unless I get into kind of like a schedule doing Twitch streams. But streams, but there's always somebody in my house, like my sister or somebody walking around, and they're always just disturbing me, so I'm gonna have to try and find a way around that before I start doing live streams. So the next question today comes from actually Lollipop, and they ask, how old are you? I'm 17. I turned 17 on February 27th, and I actually did a Q&A for that as well a few months ago. The next question is, what's your favourite Sims game? So like I said earlier, that'll probably be The Sims 4. And what's your favourite Sims expansion pack? So since, you know, The Sims 4 is my favourite one, out of the 3 we have so far, I would probably have to say City Living. I use that the most. I feel like it's a really nice pack, and I'm always in San Myshuno, so I'll probably have to say that one. The next question comes from AngelSlayForever, and they ask, have you ever thought about doing a subscriber creator sim? So if you don't know what this is, it's basically where you get your viewers to submit photos in for then to you create a sim of them. And I have thought about this in the past. I've seen it done a few times, so I thought it might be a nice idea. I haven't really thought of a time I'm going to do it, but it's definitely an option to do in the future. The next question comes from Kaufman, and they ask, what's your favourite type of architecture? So I have, experimented with a couple of different types in my builds recently. So I think my top kind of 3, I guess, would be kind of like suburban American homes, maybe modern homes, and mid-century modern. Mid-century modern was something that I've looked into a little while, but I haven't really done anything with it until the Bull and Night stuff pack came out, because there was a few items then. But if I really had to pick out of those 3, I'd probably have to say modern. The next question comes from, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this name, I think it's Joe Ao Raphael 2004. Sorry if I mispronounced the name there. And they ask, what type of music do you listen to? So I listen to a range of different types, really. It's kind of like pop, and I like some alternative and electronic stuff as well. But I think out of those 3, probably pop. But I'm not really restricting myself on what type. I just kind of listen to a lot of things, really. The next question, and I think I'm going to mispronounce this name as well. I think it's Popeye Pork. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm sorry about that. And they ask, how or where do you get your ideas for your builds? So one of the ways I get them from is from Pinterest. So that is a website, and my friend Spring Sims got me addicted to that ever since he mentioned it, that it's a good place to get build ideas from. So you just go on there and search for like architecture or builds or something like that, and it kind of gives you a range of different types, and you can use that for inspiration. Some of them give you floor plans as well, which is really great to help you kind of lay out the house. And yeah, so Pinterest is a really good one. Google Images is. Sometimes I see other ideas in the community, and I kind of adapt my own take on those ideas as well. And yeah, so there's a few different ways to do it. So this next question comes from Summer of 2001, and they ask, what is your favourite and least favourite packs? One per type of pack. So my favourite expansion pack would be City Living. It's the one I use the most. My least favourite expansion pack would be probably Get to Work. Not that it's a bad pack, and I don't think any of the packs are bad. It's just that's the one that I don't use as much. In terms of game packs, my favourite one would probably be, it's kind of hard. I'm kind of stuck between Spa Day and Parenthood. I'm going to say Parenthood because I feel like that has a lot of build mode items as well as gameplay, and just overall I think we've got a lot from that pack. My least favourite game pack, let's see here. I'm probably going to have to say Vampires. Not that it's bad, again, just because I use that the least. In terms of stuff packs, my favourite is Vintage Glamour, like I mentioned in a earlier question. And my least favourite would probably be Luxury Party stuff, because I never use that. And the last question today comes from our good friend MCG Family, and they ask, when am I going to start live streaming on Twitch? So like I mentioned earlier, I'm not really too sure when. I'm just going to have to try and find a point where I'm not really too busy with college. Probably within the summertime, but it might not be on Twitch, it might be YouTube streaming, like I mentioned earlier, because unless I start doing a proper scheduled list of kind of Twitch streams, then I'll probably just do live streams on YouTube for now. And she left a really nice message there as well, so thank you for that. So that is it for today's Q&A. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave some thoughts down below in the comment section for future ideas you want to see on my channel. Make sure that you leave this video with a like, share and subscribe if you haven't. And once again, thank you everybody for helping me reach 2,000 supporters on this channel. So thanks, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!